here. For my wrestling career, I was going to be known for the Undertaker spot in Rumble. I know now I'm going to leave my mark in the YouTube space, and I'm fine with that.
Have you got heat for any of your videos?
Shockingly, no.
But you have another huge moment with Undertaker when you beat him for the hardcore title.
Right. It's crazy how life works out. A year and a half prior to that, I'm a 6th grade school teacher with a The Rock Says bulletin board in my classroom.
You still have a real job.
I do.
So what is the percentage YouTube versus a real job?
70-30.
I don't think you have a real job.
I'm the mascot.
Do you still feel like you're a pro wrestler?
No, but I'm fine with that. The fact that I'm in there with these superstars, it just blows my mind.
All these years later, do you feel residual effects from what you did?
Oh yeah, my body hurts daily. Cost of doing business.
Always so good to see you.
My pleasure, brother. What is this, number 4?
This is number 4. Look how sharply dressed you are.
Again, the very first one that you and I did, Hamburg, Pennsylvania, 2021.
Yeah.
I showed up in sweats and a t-shirt. And I hate every time I see any of those pieces of interview just out there. I love it, and I love you for having me, but I didn't show up and look the way I would prefer to look.
Well, look at you now.
I'm making up for lost time.
That was your first interview you had done in years, right?
It was, yeah.
Were you even doing wrestling appearances at that time?
Hit or miss. I would do them. I had not a rule, but a preference. And that was if it was within my house, distance from my house to drive.
Yeah,
sure. I'll do it. I'll show up. And living in the New York, New Jersey area, it's just, there's always going to be something pretty much every weekend. And I had about a 2-hour limit, and Hamburg was about 2 hours. So, and obviously, just being able to see you, it was funny. I told someone, I was like, forgive me. I don't keep up with wrestling at that time. And so I told somebody, I think I'm going to meet with Chris Van Vliet. And they went, what? Like, they couldn't believe you wanted to talk to me. And they said, no, he's big. You do his show. And rest is history. Glad I did.
And at that time, you weren't really on social media. You had no presence online.
You did the poll at the end of
That's right. We did an Instagram story, and you were like, I don't know. I'll tell you something. I haven't told anybody else yet, but I reserved the username Maven Huffman on Instagram.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything with it, but I at least have the name.
Right.
So I did a poll and I said, should Maven join Instagram? And it was a resounding, of course, yes, like bring him on. And then you did join.
I did.
And then you ended up getting like 1,000 followers in like a day or something.
Well, the biggest thing to me is doing your interview led to the YouTube channel.
Really?
I know you're not going to take credit for it, but my partner, Zach, you're the one that put me in his mind. And maybe if he doesn't see the interview with me, he thinks of just someone else. But definitely, I always say it on my channel, out of sight, out of mind. And I think him seeing me on your channel helped tremendously. He's admitted it to me.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, it's just amazing how the world works.
Isn't it though?
And I'm glad I can play one tiny little minuscule part in that whole thing. But what makes your YouTube channel work is you're just such a great storyteller.
Thank you.
And it's true, like on camera or off camera, you have the best stories. And there's some stories you have told me off camera that we can certainly not repeat here.
We've been a part of a few together.
Oh my goodness.
How great was last year? You and I were at the infamous dinner with The Undertaker. And afterwards, when the restaurant was just empty, a few servers walking around.
They're putting up the chairs.
Yes.
And we're still ordering drinks.
I tell everyone, it was like story time in kindergarten. Yeah. When you circle around and sit Indian style, and then there's Taker holding court. How cool was that night?
That was incredible. There was a moment where I just paused and looked around. Yeah. And it was like Undertaker was across from me. Yeah. And Godfather was next to me. And there was you, and there was Midian, and there was 10 or 12 of us in total. And I was just like, what is life?
You were like, I'm with Maven. This other guy, Mark, but it's Maven.
I'm with the first ever Tough Enough winner right now.
trust me, I sat and looked at that crew we had that night. And I was just honored because of Taker's best friends, Midian and Papa.
Yeah.
Like those are two of his core guys.
Yeah.
And just to be included that weekend along with you filming, it was just, you said it earlier. You never know where life is going to take you.
When his co-host at the time, Matt Lyda, reached out to me and said, we'd like to have you as a guest on the show. I'm like, did you message the right person? Like me? You want to have me on the show?
Do you really underestimate your value in the wrestling space?
This is the Undertaker.
There's no way you're that humble.
This is the Undertaker. He could have anybody on the show. And I was one of his first, 20 guests or something.
But you're the GOAT in this space, in the wrestling interview space, past, present, and future. Like you're the authority. Like what we do on our channel, it's totally different than what you do. I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't wrangle all the guests that you wrangle. I couldn't come up with, I'd be asking the same damn questions every time. What's it like? Hey, is your body hurt? But you come up with such engaging questions. So of course he's going to ask you. And again, you had your boy in mind, because you're the one that gave Matt Lyda my number to get me out there that weekend.
Well, man.
Always thinking.
Thank you for saying that.
Always thinking.
I don't know how true any of that is.
100%.
There's lots of people who do lots of great interviews. At my core, I'm just a curious person.
Take a compliment. Take the compliment.
Thank you.
I think you're too humbled, but I think also deep down,
Well, what am I supposed to do? Sit here and be like, of course the Undertaker wants to have me as a guest on his show.
Yes.
Of course this is going to happen.
That's a cut.
Why wouldn't he want to have me on his show?
Honestly, what we do on our channel and what you do, I think it's what the people want. Yeah, of course they want to see the action in the ring. Yeah, they want to see the storylines. They want to see the Rhea Ripley's winning, chasing the title. They want to see Cody, finishing his story. But moreover, I truly believe they care more behind the scenes. They care more about what makes that wrestler, that person they love tick. You answer that.
I think we are in such an era right now. Like a lot of people have grown up with social media. They don't know anything else.
No.
They can see right through BS, and authenticity shines through.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes your channel so great is that people just know you're authentic and they know you're just shooting straight. Like you don't avoid any topics, it seems like.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
I mean, life is what it is. It's going to work out for you sometimes. Other times it's not. Why act like everything's rosy? Why act like every meal I eat is French cuisine perfectly plated in front of me? Because you know what? I have a hot pocket every now and then too. Why not show all aspects of that?
Have you got heat for any of your videos?
So one question we get almost every video we put out. Shockingly, no.
Not at all.
I mean, hold up. None that have we? None I can think of.
Wow.
Seriously, I'm looking at my partner, Zach, over there. When we did the AEW video, we were, obviously backstage, and I told anybody we walked up to, you don't have to do anything with us. And there were a few people that, kayfabe, man, kayfabe. But it wasn't like heat.
Yeah.
It was just, I prefer not to do it. And our answer is no problem.
Yeah, sure.
We'll cut the footage. But as far as hearing from anybody that Maven needs to stop what he's doing, not one person.
So if we peel back the curtain right now, you just filmed the video yesterday of you taking 100 finishers.
Well, yeah. Well, 100 was the idea.
Okay, what happened? Then how are you going to title the video now?
Well, that's why I have Zach.
That's
Zach,
right.
So,
what's the title of the video now, Zach?
It's going to be, I took iconic WWE.
I took iconic finishers.
Our goal was 100, just because this game, obviously.
Mr. Beast, he loves the round numbers.
100 stands out.
Mm-hmm.
It's so...
Yeah, because if you took 61 finishers, it's like, well, that's a big number, but still.
It was pretty close to what we finished. I think on finisher 65, I popped my shoulder out, and it's the shoulder that used to come out all the time. And after that, I went to I tried to do another one, and I rattled. and I couldn't protect myself the way I used to.
What was the finish that popped your shoulder out?
AJ Styles. Styles Clash.
Oh.
And just when I got, Brian Myers was giving it, and I would trust Brian to do any move on me. He truly is his gimmick. But that move, when you take the bump, if you have shoulder problem, a shoulder that won't stay in its joint because you're falling on your chest and then your arm staying back, and it slid out. It went right back in, but yeah, 48-year-old me can't pop it back in and just go.
You're 48?
Yeah.
You look great.
Oh, thank you.
You look just like the Maven that won Tough Enough.
I don't know about that, but I feel 78 today.
What was the most painful move you took?
Powerbomb. Yeah, the powerbomb still hurts. And the choke slam. Choke slam still hurts.
It's just because those are powerful bumps from a big height, right?
Impact. You can't fake gravity. You can't fake the impact. Now, we had some submissions, some easy stuff. What's Charlotte's move? The figure four, what's it called? Figure eight?
Yeah.
That hurt. Yo, for real. Brian, because we were trying to knock two out at once. Brian put the figure four on me and then figure eight. And when he bridged back, it was immediate pain. And I was like, okay, enough. We got it. We got it.
How many videos do you have lined up, ready to go? Do you have a brainstorm list of just, ready to shoot at any point in time?
Ready to shoot. We have probably, as we stand right now, about 8 videos that are ready to go. They're and currently being edited. You mentioned Matt Lyda. We recently sat down with Matt a few weeks ago. That video's 2 weeks away from coming out. We did the Buff Bagwell video recently, which was so good. Yeah, which was nuts. Buff reaching out to me saying, I'm going to get my leg amputated. Can you come down and film? My mind's still blown about that. But we're trying to do just stuff that's just different with the channel. And here's the best part about what we do, Chris. I'm not afraid to fail. If we put a video out that just does not, we did a TikTok video, and while we were filming it, I'm literally watching it, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what's trendy these days, and it just didn't work.
So you were doing a dance trend on TikTok.
Well, it was wrestling. It was wrestling. Never happened. But there's just some things that I'm not great at reacting to. That was one of them.
Yeah.
But we found out.
Yeah, and I don't think it's failing then. I think it's not win or lose. It's win or learn. So
I like that.
Right. So the video either does well or it doesn't, and you learn from it. I'm sure you guys have gone to the YouTube analytics, and that video is a 10 out of 10. It's the worst one, right? It's ranked.
Still is.
It's ranked 10th out of the last 10 videos. And you're like, boy, maybe I could change the thumbnail. Maybe I can change the title. But this one just didn't work.
And we'll play with some stuff like that. We also recently did a reaction video, and it was to one of the AI. It was a wrestling AI video someone put out. People hated it. But they hated it not because of what we did, but they just hated the whole They haven't grasped that AI is here to stay, and they just didn't appreciate us doing reacting to AI slop.
Yeah.
So again, we learned.
Yeah.
We learned a lesson.
So as we sit here right now, you've got 8 ready to go, but then is there just a list of
Yeah.
Do you start with titles? This could be a great title for a video?
Every video starts with a title and the thumbnail. Every one.
Yeah.
And we have 8 ready to go. We have 4 people in our quiver ready to interview. We're planning trips. Yeah, we're going to get through the rest of 2025 with pretty easy.
The Buff Bagwell one was such a touching video.
Yeah.
And you did a great job of delivering that story with such empathy. And it just felt very sincere. And I was blown away by Buff's attitude.
Me too.
Towards the whole thing.
Me too.
He did it all with a smile on his face.
Yes. Still has it. Still is excited.
Incredible.
I think for what Buff has went through the last 5 years, and make no mistake about it, Buff Bagwell put himself in that position. But even still, to go from what he was circa 1990s to the way he is now, I don't think I could go into it with that attitude. I would be in the biggest depression of my life. And he just wasn't. He was excited for new opportunities. I was honored that he chose us to tell his story. The job was easy for me. The job was lead Buff where we need him to go on our end and get out of the way, because Buff's going to tell his story.
The thing that's always fascinated me about storytelling, and this is, I started my career as a news reporter. You and I could both experience the same thing. We could see a crazy car crash in front of us, and then we go back and tell our friends or family about it. Your version of the story is going to be slightly different from my version of the story. The same thing happened, but you're going to start with this and end with this, and I'm going to start with something slightly different and end with this. That idea fascinates me of how stories are told. The through line may be the same, but the way that you deliver it might be different. I don't think that Buff Bagwell story could have been delivered any better.
Well, thank you. It's because we all see the world differently. And we also get people, when like a D-Von comes out with a channel, or when anyone comes out, people ask, Maven, is this competition? No, because we all have different stories. And like you said, we could all have the same event, but we're just different point of views. We're going to tell the story differently. There's enough space for all of us.
D-Von gave you so much credit when I had him on the show.
He should have. Chris, he should still be sitting here giving, you should be like, all right, D-Von, we got to wrap this shit up. He should still be.
I should still be sitting in his house in Florida.
It's mutual.
Although he could just keep telling stories about saving you.
Unfortunately, that one was 100% true.
That was a true story?
Yeah, I was out of it that morning. I don't remember if he brushed my teeth. But hey, I don't remember. I can't say he didn't. He literally saved me that morning.
Which is amazing, because he didn't have to stick his neck out for a rookie.
No, he didn't. But I think the more you get to know D, that's just who he is. D's got one of the kindest hearts. He's one of the ones that could have taken me, and did, at the very beginning of my career. He hated me. I literally could come back through Gorilla. I'm standing at the monitor. They just him and Bubba tore the house down. And I looked at D and I was like, hey, D, great match. And he went and just walked on. I'm like, oh, God, he hates me. But he gave me a chance. And a few months later, we were riding together. And for guy turning it going from a fan into a wrestler, that was knowledge that you can't pay for, sitting in a car with D-Von. Just everything he's seen, he was passing on to me. I owe him. He could start 10 channels, and I still owe him.
I saw his first, I think it was thumbnail and title, and I went, oh, he gets it. He knows what he's doing. The thumbnails are so crisp. I actually thought for a second that maybe it was you guys working together, like you and Zach.
Zach helps their guys out.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there it is.
The very first time, I think it was probably like their second or third video, they got demonetized. And in this space, the moment you get demonetized, it's soul crushing.
And I'm going to guess they used some B-roll or too much B-roll.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Well, the first person they reached out to was Zach. And Zach looked at it and walked them through how getting that strike, or not strike, but that lifted. And it worked. So, yeah, use us. I'm happy.
Do you think you might make a video one day about our dinner with the Undertaker?
I would love to.
We could talk for 4 hours about that.
Like the stories he told, we just frankly could not tell. I'll pull the curtain back on stuff. I won't disrespect anyone.
Of course.
And that would be, he told some stories. That was such a fun night. It was and you talk about my ability to be a storyteller.
Yeah.
How great is Taker's ability?
Unreal.
Who would have guessed?
And that's the thing. He was the Undertaker for 30 years.
Yeah.
And then when he retired and we got to learn who Mark Calloway was, we're like, man, I like this guy even more now.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest of all time. And he can talk and tell stories like this.
When we were sitting with Matt Lyda, Taker's former partner for 6 Feet Under, I told him, I was like, you did the world a big, gigantic favor introducing us to Mark Calloway. Yeah, because exactly, who would have guessed that guy has more charisma been, the dead man we've been rooting for 30 years.
Yeah.
He's so funny. He's engaging, and you could tell he enjoys sitting and doing exactly what he did that night. You could tell he was in his happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Cena just won his 99th PLE match when he beat Logan Paul at Clash in Paris. But did you see the odds on MyBookie before the match? They had John Cena as the favorite, which means you'd have a few extra dollars in your pocket if you bet on the greatest of all time. They've also got you covered when it comes to the NFL, college football, baseball playoffs are right around the corner, UFC, boxing. They've even got the Emmy odds on there. And if you're new to MyBookie, use my code CVV, and any bet that you choose up to $500 is fully covered. Make your play, and if it doesn't hit, you get it right back when you opt in using your Bet Back bonus token. Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere, only with MyBookie.
People will remember you eliminating Undertaker from the Royal Rumble, but you have another.
You think?
You have another huge moment with Undertaker when you beat him for the hardcore title.
Right. Yeah.
So people remember the Rumble elimination and, of course, that chair shot. But you beating him for the hardcore title, it's a big moment.
It's big, and it's big for me because it was, The Rock. I'm literally, he's got me in the dragon sleeper, and you can physically see my eyes looking up the ramp because I knew that was the spot when The Rock was coming out with the chair. And it's crazy, again, how life works out. A year and a half prior to that, I'm a 6th grade school teacher with the Rock Says bulletin board in my classroom. And just a year and a half later, I'm in a match where he's hitting The Undertaker with his finish to allow me to beat him. How does life work out that way?
How loud was that pop when The Rock came down?
Insane. And you've been to shows. Tell me if this is incorrect or correct. I remember, because I used to go and listen underneath the ramp back when they would elevate the entrance and the stage. I would go under there and listen to everybody's entrance. The Rock and Austin, theirs was different. The moment you would hear that, the place would come. It was just a little bit different. And then, even from that, the glass break, just pandemonium.
It's funny how it's like there's a difference between cheering and like a roar, and you feel that
sheer excitement.
Yeah,
I'm seeing this person that I've had this on my calendar for 3 months. I've known I'm coming to this show for 3 months, and I'm finally seeing him.
Yes,
and it's just you feel that energy.
Yeah, and it's almost like a childlike excitement.
It is,
because I remember being a kid and we had a trip to the theme park, Canada's Wonderland. I would circle it on my calendar. It's 47 days away.
Yeah.
It's 46 days away. And I feel like we don't do that enough as adults.
No.
We don't look forward to things. Kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but how many times does it happen where you're like, oh, damn, that thing's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. I got yelled at yesterday because I had booked a trip to go on to do some filming in a show, and I told my girl, yeah, I'm going to be, I was like, I'm going to be gone. She's like, no, you're not. She's like, and I completely forgot she was going to be out of town. So yeah, I should physically put stuff on my calendar a little bit more, but we get to a place, at some point where, and I've said it, canceled plans to me are almost better than plans that come. Sometimes we look to take more off of our plate, and we somehow lose that childhood wonder, that excitement of it's 47 days away. Because I did the exact same thing.
Being a father now has reminded me of how much wonder there is in the world. Because my daughter's a little over 2 years old. My son's 7 months, and they're seeing things for the very first time.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of oh, actually, there is beauty in the world all the time. And we're so used to it that we're jaded to it.
So jaded.
Yeah.
And you're getting to relive stuff like Christmas and
it's the best.
The Easter Bunny and birthdays and all these firsts. And you're getting to see it, through sheer unadulterated excitement. It's got to make you feel great.
I'll come home from the gym. I'll be gone for an hour and a half, and I'll open up the door and she'll go, Daddy's home. And I'm like, oh.
It's melts your heart.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the absolute best. And I love how that has reminded me of how many great things there are in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a really cool thing.
When I woke up this morning, my body hurt. Yeah, I probably was feeling a way I would prefer not. But I remember I'm doing it and I'm lucky. Like I'm doing it for a YouTube channel, like a YouTube channel. That's just crazy to me. So I know you're very big on just what you appreciate in this world. And me too. I'm grateful every day.
I would much rather focus on what I have than being angry and upset about what I don't have.
That's the key to life.
Yeah.
That's the key. We learn eventually, and sometimes the hard way, a la Buff Bagwell. We lose everything in this world. Eventually, everything you lose. So appreciate what you have while you have it. Appreciate daddy's home. Appreciate wrapping those gifts for them from Santa Claus in the middle of the night, probably when you're tired, because you know when they come down and they see that tree and Santa visited and you see their smile.
Yeah.
It's gonna make it all worthwhile.
It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah.
With what you're doing now, what percentage of your life is YouTube and what percentage is you still have a real job?
I do. I go a lot less.
Although we're sitting here on a Thursday morning and you're not there.
I went in Monday and then I was like, I won't be in the rest of the week.
What kind of job is this?
Well, fortunately, I'm kind of more of a mascot now these days.
What? Are you Mr. Met?
No, I'm not. No, I don't. I wear the big hat. It's the business. It's funny. I was talking to Zach about this yesterday because he was asking. The business that we're in, it's a competitive field. Sometimes it helps to, we'll have our guy Maven, give you a call. Hold up, Maven, the wrestler? Yeah. And that just might be what it takes to just inch someone.
But you work in
line.
finance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But we work in finance. We work in capital lending. And in capital lending, where my office is, there's 100 other offices within an eight block radius that do exactly what we do.
There's not another 100 Mavens.
A bingo. Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah.
And it's just, if we want someone's business, we want to keep their business. Where we make our money is in, once we lend money out, we need them to come back to us the second time.
So do you call them up and go, hey guys, Maven here?
I don't. You know what? I actually find myself now, I have to not text people. Like I was texting Mr. Kennedy, Ken Anderson, and I literally text, hey Ken, Maven here. And I was like, nah, I can't do that.
It's your catchphrase.
It took how long for me to get a catchphrase? But you talk about it, authenticity. It came organically. Like I got a catchphrase, but it truly came organically. We're making our first t-shirts for the channel, courtesy of Matt Lyda's company 9 Line, and our very first shirt. Hey guys, Maven here. Dead serious.
I'm buying one.
You promise?
I promise.
One sold.
As soon as they come out.
One sold.
As soon as they come out, I'm getting a hey guys, Maven here shirt.
We originally wanted to do hey guys, and then somebody could get like Chris here or whatever, but it just wasn't reasonable. They go through a process with printing these shirts, and he was like, that's not doable.
You did a video, I don't know, a month or two ago, and you just said, hey, Maven here. And people said, this isn't the real Maven.
They got mad.
This isn't the real Maven.
Yeah. I don't know whose video this is. He didn't do his intro.
Who is this guy?
Who's this
bald fraud?
I love it. I love it. I love that it gives people something to just get behind, not really look forward to, but I guess they do look forward because they give me a hard time when I don't say it.
We're going to do a super cut of hey guys, Maven here in a clip right here.
Right here?
Right here.
I can't wait to see it.
Give us one right now.
Hey guys, Maven here. And it's funny because,
why is that so funny?
It's funny because, obviously we start all our videos that way, but I noticed that my very first hey guys, Maven here, when we start filming, it's not the one we always land on. I got to get 2 or 3 of them out before Am I wrong? Like Zach's like, nope. It's almost like I got to get in the, I don't want to say character, but get in the, like where I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the percentage right now? YouTube versus the real job
70-30
on
YouTube by far.
YouTube 70%?
By far.
When is it going to get
Well, think about this. 2 weeks ago, I was gone for 10 days, filming in Atlanta with Buff, then in Savannah with Matt. And then we drove down to Orlando and filmed for another week.
I don't think you have a real job.
Again, I'm a mascot. I'm the mascot.
Who says, yeah, take 10 days?
I'm the mascot. Fortunately, my team there, they have been as supportive as anyone since day one. Yeah, they're happy with me.
Do you think that it'll come to a point, like you just hit 700,000 subscribers, and congrats, it's incredible. Do you think it'll come to a point at 1 million or 2 million or 5 million subscribers when you go, the job's great, but I don't need to go in?
I will always hold a little bit of just loyalty. And I might get to that point where I'm not, you're not going to see me anymore. But if you need me, I'll be there. Like a few weeks ago, we had every year in New York, they have what's called the broker fair. That when the owner called me up and he's like, hey, he was like, listen, he's like, I need you. I need you to represent, and 100%.
What does your business card say?
Oh, shoot, I wish I had it. It's what's my title? It's a made up title, but it's some it's something like something manager, like project manager or whatever. Yeah. I have my own. Somehow, some way, I still have my own office.
Do you keep that job because, like, I don't know, there's a certain idea that I have of like, maybe this is fleeting, right? Maybe YouTube could go away at any point in time. If the algorithm changes or if the way that AdSense changes, it could all go away. But finance is always going to be there.
It does scare me. I'm not going to lie. It does scare me. I just know, again, we lose everything eventually. And they were loyal to me. And I just believe if someone's loyal to you, you give it back. They've always been good to me. They've always been understanding. Even before we were doing the channel, if I needed to, fly out somewhere for a show or whatever, there wasn't a how long you're going to be or or do you really have to go? I was like, okay, when you coming back? I think when you meet good people in life, keep them by your side. Don't get rid of them, and especially don't get rid of them just because you think you've made it beyond them, because life has a funny way of humbling us, very funny way. And I'd rather have more people that, help and want to see my growth than are waiting for my downfall.
What was the original goal when you started the YouTube channel with Zach?
$5,000 a month.
Okay.
I said to myself, if I can somehow bring $5,000 extra dollars a month in, it will change my world.
That's a big goal, because I think
Yeah.
for a lot of people, it's like, can I make $1?
Yeah.
Or could I think AdSense has a threshold of if you hit $100, you get paid out.
Right.
$5,000.
Yeah.
Did you set a time limit for that?
I thought if I can be making, remember, we're splitting everything 50-50.
Yeah.
And so 5,000 meant we're making 10,000 on the channel.
That's a good living.
Yeah. And if just where I was at, $5,000 extra a month would have just changed my world. And we were doing that month 2.
Month 2.
But we surpassed it.
How long did it take you to get to 100,000 subscribers?
Well, what was that? 100,000? It was a few months, because the last time the second interview you and I had, that was when we were, I think, around like 56,000 subscribers. The channel had just began, but it was starting to pick up traction. Our videos were doing better as far as the number of views it got and the click-through rate. It advanced before our subscribers went up. And once you start getting subscribers up, more come. And I mean, now, with the Buff video, I think we did like 4,000 new subscribers in a day.
Wow.
And you've said it, and it's accurate. It's hard to get someone to subscribe to YouTube. It's not easy.
And it's a crazy thing, because I say this all the time, but people watch YouTube like there's a finite number of subscriptions that they can have.
Yeah.
Like they hold these like, I can only subscribe to 3 channels this month. So you
precious.
Right. You can subscribe to literally every channel, and it's that it costs you nothing, but it helps the creators so much.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many people will watch this video and never subscribe.
Yeah.
They won't even check to see if they're subscribed. They'll just go, it'll pop up in my algorithm. I'm good.
I was returning something at Best Buy yesterday. And as I'm in line returning it, two people came up and, yo, love the videos. Yo, happy to see you. Do you live around here? Yeah, 5 minutes up the street. No way. And then I'm like, oh, so you like the video? And they, said, oh, yeah, like what you did with Buff. And I'm like, I always ask, are you a subscriber? And you'd be surprised how honest they are. They're like, nah, man, you just pop up on my feed. And so you're right.
Hit the button.
Yeah, I know.
So I've turned it into like a fun thing, especially on the podcast and the audio version. I'll be like, hit a superplex on that follow button. Hit a drop kick on that follow button. So right now, Maven says the most devastating, most painful move is a power bomb. So hit a power bomb on that subscribe button right now. Please.
Love it. I love it. I try to shy away from asking for that just to be different, because I know everyone does it, and I know how tempting it is to say that, but
I so rarely do it on YouTube.
Yeah, I never wanted to be that guy that's hit and click like and subscribe. Click like and subscribe. I just never wanted to.
Is that the white guy voice again?
Yeah, that's it. I'm not doing a radio voice against you.
Oh, that was so good.
Last I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, like Chris's radio voice is literally perfect.
We could do an entire hour.
Yeah, we could.
7:19 in the morning.
Yeah.
I used to work at a radio station.
You can tell. Hey, it's bumper to bumper traffic out there. It looks like mattresses on the highway. 45 minutes past the hour, 15 to the top of the hour.
Brand new music from Taylor Swift on the way, and your chance to win tickets to see her in concert coming up the next 17 minutes.
Hey, Chris, did you get a chance to take your daughter to that Taylor Swift concert? I know the tickets were hard to get. It's crazy how good you are. It's insane.
It does not sound, I didn't actually talk like that on the radio. I made fun of the people who talk like that on the radio. This podcast is brought to you in part by Stash. What if you could start investing without ever picking a single stock? With Stash, the experts handle the hard part for you. Stash isn't just another investing app, it's a registered investment advisor that combines automated investing with expert guidance, so you don't have to worry about figuring it out on your own. You can choose from personalized investments or let Stash's award-winning smart portfolio do the work for you. With Stash, investing doesn't feel like gambling. It's simple, smart, and stress-free, so your money can finally start working as hard as you do. Get access to world-class financial advice with personalized guidance for just $3 monthly subscription. Stash has already helped millions of Americans reach their financial goals. Don't let your money sit around. Put it to work with Stash. Go to get.stash.com/insight to see how you can receive $25 towards your first stock purchase and to view important disclosures. That's get.stash.com/insight. Paid non-client endorsement. Not representative of all clients and not a guarantee. Investment advisory services offered by Stash Investments LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk. Offer is subject to terms and conditions.
You know what? You got me thinking about just my job. Do you know when I was looking for work, when I was at my lowest, I sent my resume out 200 times minimum, and I could not get anyone to. And I just knew, I was like, if somebody can just get me in the office, if I can just sit down with anyone, I'll win them over. I knew that. But how do you stand out? I had a good entertainment resume. These people look and, he's worked for all these entertainment companies. But when you're in your early 40s and you're trying to break into the business world, man, it's tough. It is tough.
You didn't have a job at all at that point?
At all. Yeah. And
what were you doing to get by?
Yeah. And it's crazy because my girl, she was mad at me because I utterly refused to sign up for unemployment. I refused. And she's like, listen, it'll help us. And she's not wrong, but I'm like, I can work. I never want to be a drain on anyone or any system. I can work. I physically can work. I was like, let me give it another week, you know? So I would just send my resume out. Finally, Pete Gass, who was pretty high up in WB Mason, said, hooked me up. He was like, go meet with these guys. I was with the WB Mason crew in New York City. They offered me a job on the spot. And they offered me a salary I was not getting. I countered for 10,000 more. They accepted. Literally, they accepted. And then they did my background check. And when they found my arrest from 2012, they pulled it. And it was at that point that my best friend from college, who's a vice president at the New York Mets, I never wanted to use him. I never wanted to have him hook me up, but he stepped in and he was like, he's working for the Nets. He's like, I'll get you on with us here. It's gonna be entry level. And I'm like, no problem. And again, he brought me in. I met the people. They offered me a job on the spot. And that was how I finally got into it, because it was tough. Like, again, how do you stand out on a resume when you're 40 years old?
I think you put first ever WWF Tough Enough winner.
And people wouldn't care. I put WWF on my resume and I had nothing to respond. Because these
people, said you worked for the World Wildlife Fund?
They probably thought that. These people were looking for business experience, and I just had none. So you're asked about why I still stay and why I stay loyal. And it's because when I really, really needed, when money was tight, they stepped up and they gave me a chance.
So is this why there was that story years ago that there was a storage locker with the Tough Enough trophy that got sold? That was your storage locker?
100%. Yeah.
Wow. What happened?
When I moved from Virginia to Florida, I didn't take everything with me. So I put all my stuff in my house in a storage unit, and furniture and everything. And I think that was in 2010. And I'm in Florida paying the locker every month. And in 2012, after my arrest, I ate through with lawyer fees and paying the state of Florida the fine. I mean, I ate through pretty much all my savings in about 8 months. And we had to leave Florida, come to New York. And I think it was a year later, I just couldn't afford it anymore. That was like $160 that I just did not have.
Wow. And how many months of not paying it did they say you're out of luck?
They were pretty quick about it. I think it was like 5 or 6 months. And it was just, but again, I'm looking at, all right, this is stuff that I haven't had. I didn't remember everything that was in it, but this was stuff that I hadn't had in my possession in around 5 years, 3 to 5 years. So I'm like, do I really need anything in there? Not thinking that the Tough Enough trophy was in there.
Someone sold your WWE contract on eBay.
Oh yeah. And I, 2 years ago, I was at a dinner and the guy who has the Tough Enough trophy was there, and he came up to me. He was like, I'm the one that bought your Tough Enough trophy. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, do you want to buy it back from me? I'm like, nah, keep it.
Really?
Yeah. He wanted $600 for it. I'm like, you keep it. And then I'm like, what am I going to do with it? And I tell Zach that. He's like, what?
Well, I now foresee a YouTube title where you're going to hunt down your YouTube or your Tough Enough trophy.
You know what I would do with it? I don't have kids, so there's no one to leave it to. If I did that, I would do something to where I made a video about hunting it down, getting it, and then I would figure out a way to give it to a fan.
Do you not think, though, that the moment of getting it back is going to bring this rush of emotions from 20 plus years ago of like the place you were at in your life at that point in time?
If it does, it'll bring it back for a few seconds and then they'll be gone. Chris, we lose everything. Eventually we lose everything.
Seems to be the theme here.
I'm not Matt Cardona. I'm not D-Von, who has this huge collection. Stuff like that doesn't matter to me. Again, if you walk in my house, there's nothing that says I'm a professional wrestler at all. The closest thing is the YouTube plaque That stays up. I'm more proud of that than I am of any Tough Enough trophy.
Do you still feel like you're a pro wrestler?
No, I still in a grocery store a few months back, and normally, somebody comes up to me, yo, you're that old wrestler. You won Tough Enough. Yeah. I had somebody come up to me and say, you're that guy that talks about wrestling and answers questions on YouTube, aren't you? And I was like, I suppose I am. But I'm fine with that. Like, I'm okay with aging. I'm okay with, I just can't do what I used to do. And I'm okay with advancing into just the next parts of my life. I watch these guys now. They're so much more athletic than I was and obviously am now. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with not being a wrestler anymore.
Would you have another match?
I mean, if the situation was right, of course. And last night, taking 70 bumps proved that physically I could at least get through it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think if, somebody said, hey, we got a 3-year storyline, we want you, I don't know if I could do that. But I definitely would keep it open as far as man, in this business, never say never.
What a run you had. Like, when you look at some of the people that you were in the ring with during the time that you were in WWE, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the match you had, it's you and Goldberg and Shawn Michaels against Ric Flair, Triple H, and Randy Orton.
Crazy. And at that time, Randy and I were riding together. So, we're wrestling each other technically, and then we're chopping it up in the car afterwards. I'm in there with, obviously, HBK, one of the goats of the business, and then Goldberg, who at the time did not have, a good relationship with a lot of the boys just because of ego, jealousy. He came in, was making a lot of money, working a limited schedule. Guys were mad. But the fact that I'm in there with these superstars, it just blows my mind.
What was the issue you had with Shawn Michaels?
I don't know if it was an issue as far as, obviously I was never going to be on Shawn's level. It's just, you're
sure. Who is?
Yeah, you're Shawn freaking Michaels.
Yeah.
But every time I would go out and do anything, and mostly it was when he and I were tagging together, we would get backstage, and obviously, if I'm doing a philosophy seminar and I got Aristotle beside me, I'm going to want to ask him afterwards, did I get anything wrong? Tell me, how can I be better? So I'm like that with Shawn. And he would berate me backstage. Man, you can't be like The Rock. Everything you try to do looks like you're trying to be like The Rock. And if it was subconscious. I think it's, we idolize people, so we then emulate people. I wasn't meaning to, but yeah, he shook my hand because he had to, not because he wanted to. Yeah.
The promo that Ric Flair cut on you backstage.
Oh yeah.
It's great because you're toe to toe with him, right? And then he says a line at the end that is so good. I've had more championships than you've had women.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd be wrong about that. He'd be wrong. Once he has 16, he'd be wrong, but it was a great line. And Rick was so good at just riffing, even in the ring. I remember wrestling Rick and him, because he would always do the punches, and we didn't go over this earlier in the night. But we're in the ring, and he's got me in the corner, and he says, 1, 2, 1, 2, which means he hits me, and then I hit him back. And I was just listening to him, and he'd be like, 1, and he would tell me, 1, 2. That means I'm going to punch you, you punch me back. And just knowing this man's probably done the 1, 2 thousands of times against countless of opponents for 30 years. And now he's doing it with me.
Yeah.
It's just, that's the stuff I hold on to. That's the memories, Chris, that to me bring a smile to my face.
How crazy is it when you're in the ring with an absolute legend and they're selling for you?
It's nuts.
Like that's the thing that must be so mind blowing of you're so good and you're going to make it look like I'm good.
Yeah. And I'm going to explain to you how I throw my drop kick and what I need from you so it doesn't hurt where it looks like I kick your head off. like I'm literally having to explain this to guys that have taken a million drop kicks.
So what do you need from someone on a drop kick?
Feed me your chest. Feed me your chest. Like if you were coming at me, feed me that big chest right there. I'll jump and I will plant off your chest. And as I kick you in the chest, which hit hard and safe places, it ain't gonna hurt. Won't hit your face at all. Yeah, that was the secret.
You got up on those drop kicks.
I could always jump. Not anymore, but I could jump back in the day.
I'm sure you got another drop kick in you.
I don't think so.
That was one of those things where it's like, especially during the Tough Enough days when we saw you do a drop kick.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
That was day one when we were on day one of working on that move. I think I threw 3 and Al went, "That's your move." It just came natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Snitsky on the show recently.
I'm sorry. Goodness gracious.
It wasn't his fault.
How great is Gene?
What a good dude.
He's the nicest guy and still looks like.
Oh, he is jacked.
He is. Yeah. He looks almost in better shape now.
Agreed.
Than back in the day.
And when he shakes your hand.
Oh, you feel it.
Feel like he's going to break it off.
Have you ever shook Rick Steiner's hand?
Yes, I have.
Rick Steiner has rocks.
It's like
for
a
hands.
vice.
It is.
Yeah.
And obviously Billy Gunn. Billy likes to pull you in.
Oh my gosh, yes. But it was your fault.
It was my fault.
With Gene
the orbital.
Snitsky. You broke his orbital bone.
Yeah. I was amped, because we're coming in pay-per-view. I'd been in the back selling, and they told me before I went out, they was like, this is your spot to shine in this main event match. We need you. And they told me, they were like, we need you to be a house of fire. And man, I just overdid it. I had thrown endless number of flying forearms, and that one, and I still remember hitting him and feeling the crunch and being like, oh God. Vince jumped my ass backstage for that too. Soon as I came back through, Vince meets me he jumps up from the monitor, meets me at Gorilla, just yelling at me for being dangerous. And he's like, you better go check on Snitsky now. And I'm sitting there bleeding, took a chair shot. I'm fine, Vince, thanks.
Did you know that receipt was coming for you?
Yeah. The moment I hit him.
Like, was that chair shot part of the match?
It was part of the match.
Okay, so, but he just laid it in a little extra.
The moment I hit him and broke his orbital bone, I was like, God, this is gonna suck a little bit more now. But at that point, it's over. That's why the receipt system's so great in wrestling.
Receipt system.
It's so great. Yeah, now it's over.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. Does it work? Well, find out for yourself. They're making it so easy. Your first month is free when you use the code CVV at BlueChew.com. Just sign up there at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part is this is all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. They say there's nothing sexier than confidence. Well, Blue Chew gives you the confidence where it really counts. Make life easier by getting harder. And discover your options at BlueChew.com. Like I said, they've got a special deal going on right now for anybody watching this. Try your first month of Blue Chew for free with the code CVV. You just have to pay $5 for shipping. That's code CVV. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and all of the important safety information. And a big thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring the show.
What's the most painful thing you ever did in the ring?
The night I broke my elbow wrestling Matt Hardy. It was just a high cross body. He ducks under, I land. But when I landed on my elbow and it shattered. And it hurt so bad, like literally so bad. But I'll give you two that put me on the shelf. And I had to get surgery for it. Two that didn't put me on the shelf. When Jericho put me in the walls when I was wrestling, and again, life goes full circle. The first wrestling match I ever went to, Richmond Coliseum, 1986. Ric Flair was main eventing. And then I wrestled Jericho in 2002 for the undisputed heavyweight championship in the Richmond Coliseum. Like, how crazy is that?
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm wrestling Jericho. He kicks me in the solar plexus. Every bit of air left my body. And we take breathing for granted. The moment you can't breathe, that's the only thing on your mind. It's the scariest thing ever. You know, obviously, my breath came back. Then he puts me in the walls. And he did it. He sits back. And we had it. He was like, you know, I'm going to sit down, be reaching for the ropes, you know, sell because you're going to be this close. And when he sat back, he then took it back a couple extra inches. And when he went those extra inches, I was the tough enough kid. He had to do it. It was, I saw the bottom of my shoes from a position and an angle that I've never seen them for while they're on my feet. I'm like, well, that's what the soles of these wrestling boots look like. And it hurt. Like, you'd literally see me give up on life. I wanted to be out of it so bad. And I know he did it on purpose because I wrestled him a couple years later and same finish, walls, me tap. And he put it in and didn't go back that extra bit.
So that was one. What was the other one?
The the high cross body or the money splash, the money shot that Val Venus threw. There was one, and I took it countless times, but there was one he threw, and I think it was on Sunday Night Heat. And he landed on me. And the moment he landed on me, like, because I'm leaning up to absorb the impact, and he hits me, and the back of my head hit the back of the mat, and it was a concussion. I saw stars, and I mean, I was loopy for probably 30 minutes afterward. Ref had to help me out of the ring for the money shot. For the money shot, something you don't even, again, we take it for granted. You don't even think about it.
Frog splash.
It's a frog splash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these years later, do you feel like you have residual effects from what you did?
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
My body hurts daily. I just had an MRI done.
My body hurts daily.
I just had an MRI done about a month ago. And I have, I have 3 herniated discs in the bottom. And I have a new one that the MRI I just found. And my doctor's like, yeah, it's a new herniation. But again, it's a cost of doing business. It's a price of admission.
What will that end up becoming down the line?
Eventually surgery. But I mean, I'm just trying to ride it out. I know you only have a certain number of those surgeries in you. I mean, there's but so much digging a doctor can do once they go in.
I see a YouTube video where you go do some DDPY.
You're not. Yeah, I've actually talked to Dallas about.
Dallas is the best.
I thought you were going to say I see a YouTube video of you going under the knife. And trust me, someone wants that video so bad. He's dying for me to have surgery.
I don't want you to have surgery. I want you to go see Dallas so that this gets prolonged as long as possible.
I actually would love to. And because what Dallas has been able to do with helping so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Scotty Riggs. Look at how much better he looks like. And to think of where he was mentally, it's
and
amazing.
Look, if it's not for Diamond Dallas Page, Jake the Snake Roberts isn't with us anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at what he did for Scott Hall, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like, DDP is an angel on earth. Yeah. Like, the world is a better place because DDP is.
Absolutely. And what you see, that's Dallas.
Yes.
He's not putting on a front. And with Buff, man, he tried everything with Buff.
Yeah.
He tried so hard to get Buff sober. So hard. And you just have to respect someone that gives up their home, gives up their time, gives up their knowledge for the betterment of others.
Yeah, DDP's so welcoming. Like,
he's the nicest guy.
Anytime I mention that I'm going to be anywhere in Georgia, he's like, "Oh, just stay with me, bro.
Yeah.
Stay with me."
Yeah,
I already have a hotel. Yeah, stay with me. Cancel it. Stay with me.
I've got a voicemail on my thing, and he's like, "Maven, what's up, brother? It's D." And he somehow is still the coolest dude.
He'll leave voicemails for me, and they'll go, "CVV, DDP, call me, brother. All right, talk to you.
CVV, DDP." That's so good.
It's the coolest thing.
I would love to see what he could do with putting me back together, because back in 2017, I had just a horrible week where my back just was so bad. I was physically immobile, and I got into a stretching routine, and I've done it religiously ever since then. If I fly into a new town, I will stretch that night. I stretch every day. And a lot of what I did was Dallas inspired, but then I would love to hear it from the man who knows, you're doing that wrong, brother. Or you do more of that, or target this.
If you commit to it, he'll be on board with you.
Oh, I know he's not the one to, if you make a commitment, he's not going to be the one that breaks it. That's for sure.
Yep. Yeah. But if you're willing to put in the time and the effort, he'll meet you halfway.
Yeah. For where I'm at with my body, I think every wrestler that gets to be 48 feels like this. Some a little worse, some a little better. I mean, I look at like Shelton and Bobby Lashley. These guys, A, still look like $1 million, and B, can still go. Like Shelton's just a freak of nature. Like they just don't make human beings like that often.
I can't believe that you put out that video about Shelton Benjamin talking about
his penis. Why?
I was going to be a little more subtle.
You were going to say cock, dick? Which one were you going to use, Chris? I love that I'm embarrassing you.
I was going to say how gifted he was.
Shelton, you're welcome, Shelton. Like I did him a favor. Yeah, well, here's what's funny. And when we were filming our video with Shelton, he confirmed this. I'm not going to say who. I'll tell you. Me and we used to in the shower, like corner Shelton and be like, yo, dude, man, just work it up a little bit.
What are you talking about?
And he'd be like, man, you guys are weird, and leave.
Are we going to have to edit this out?
Probably. Yeah, probably. But we would always, it's a wrestling locker room. We're busting chops. And Shelton is the only guy I've ever asked. Because I was like, dude, man, have you ever, went to be with a girl and her turn you down because it's just too big? And he went, yeah, 3. And I was like, man, I was actually kidding. Man, I did him a favor. Yeah, you're welcome, Shelton.
That's unreal. Did you know you were the first person to take a televised F5?
Yes. Yeah. Crazy.
What a debut for Brock Lesnar. Like he came out and just destroyed everything in sight. Those power bones.
Yeah, Spike got
Dudley.
The worst of that.
It was like Spike owed him money.
I thought, and being able to watch that front row, and Spike's another one who I saw recently, and he gets along. I'm so happy that he feels the way he does. Spike should feel so much worse than
Spike
he does.
should be in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he looks great.
It's
Gets
unreal.
along great.
Yeah.
And Spike knew that once he got out of wrestling, he was going to transition back into society, and he did it. Not many people can do that. So a lot of people, it's tough. Once you have people cheering for you, once you hear your name, you see your name against other, it's hard to go back to being the real world.
So when Brock's telling you, all right, I've got this move, he's never done it in WWE before, how does he tell you to take it?
There wasn't no telling me how he's going to take it. It's, I'm going to grab you, put you up on my shoulders. What do you need from me, Brock? Nothing. He's just lay flat. He's like, I'll do the rest. And he did. I even asked him while we were working on it during the day. I was like, do you need me to like hoist myself up? Do you need me to boost? He laughed at me. He's like, no, I got you. And then once he grabbed me, I realized I'm a child to him. Like I'm literally, the way you probably run and grab and pick your 2-year-old up, that's how he was with me. It was, yeah.
Brock Lesnar throwing you around like you're a little kid.
I was nothing. I was a sack of potatoes to him. I was nothing. You know those tomahawk steaks he eats? That's what I was to him. Yeah. One of the strongest men ever.
Man.
I say it. A wrestling locker room, it's high school all over again. Only difference, everyone was the prom king and the prom queen. Everyone in that locker room. And it's the truth. Think about it. Everyone back there is the big deal from where they come from.
It's amazing. I could have you on the show every few months and we'd still have an hour or so of stuff to talk about. It's amazing.
How long have we been going? Like 10 minutes?
We've been going for an hour and 1 minute.
Holy cow. I got to get me one of those cool little timers.
You don't need one of those. This is the recorder.
That's the recorder?
Yeah, that's the Zoom H4n. It's getting real nerdy here.
Zach, take
No,
notes.
you've got much better
Zoom
mics than that.
You
had the Rode Go 2, right? Yeah.
We just transitioned.
So we're getting real nerdy there with the talking about microphones. Right?
I know nothing about any of this. We just transitioned to HD cameras. Like we just changed.
4K, you mean?
What?
Everything was shot in HD for many years.
That goes to show. So look at him giggling. We just transitioned to what?
4K.
4K. And we did it while we were doing the Buff video. What did we?
The thing about 4K,
The battery, that overheat.
and also the files are massive files. So then you're bringing them into your editing software, and the rendering time is huge, right? So we did 1 or 2 videos in 4K, but like for my episodes, the trailer getting edited, the clips getting edited, the shorts, and then the full interview, the rendering time was just insane. So for now, just 1080p on the Sony A7 IV.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Honestly, if he wasn't around,
What's a render?
I wouldn't have a clue how to get a video onto YouTube if he wasn't around. Like I tell him all the time, if anything happens to him, well, it was a good run. I wouldn't have a clue how to even upload a video. I would not know how to put anything to YouTube. I'm dead serious.
I love it.
You know what I'd be doing? I'd be calling you. Hey man, can you upload this for me?
I'll do what I can, man. I don't know. The thing is, like when I started in TV, I did everything.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote, shot, edited, and I was on camera. I was at a tiny station in Peterborough, Ontario. That's where Bobby Roode is from.
Yeah.
Checks TV, and you're a one-man band. You do it all. So you go out, you're shooting the stories, you're setting up the tripod, you're focusing, you're white balancing, you're asking the questions. Then you got to do all that, set it up for yourself. So you're like, as you can see behind me here, like you're doing the whole thing. Then you get back and you're ingesting the footage and you're editing. I did it all. So wearing all of those hats early in my career gave me such an appreciation for how all of this works now.
I was going to ask how much of that knowledge transitions to what you do now.
All of it.
Every bit.
Because it gives me such an appreciation for like, all right, maybe this shot should be framed as a medium instead of a long shot or a wide shot. Or I think about those things all the time.
Yeah.
And like, I will now watch something with a critical eye, like watching behind the scenes of like, oh, look what they're shooting on there. Oh, that's interesting.
Now that I do. I still watch other YouTubers and out of the wrestling space. And I watch somebody and I'll be like, ooh, I send him stuff all the time. And I'm like, I like what they did here.
Yes.
Can we do something like this?
I'm so inspired by stuff that is outside of the wrestling space.
Me
and
too.
I feel like if I can bring little bits of that stuff
That's all we've done.
into the wrestling space.
That's all we've done. That's literally all we've done. When we started, he told me, he's like, listen, wrestlers do it wrong. When they're doing Zoom calls with each other, it's just not visually appealing.
Nothing bothers me more than like massive headroom or like terrible audio, because if it looks like crap, the perception is reality.
Yes.
If it looks like crap, people are going to think it's crap.
But if it sounds like crap, they just outright won't watch.
Absolutely.
They won't put up with bad audio.
Yeah.
That much I know. And like when people misuse space, when they have like these two tiny heads and then all these like graphics going on around them and everything, or open space.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's like I see things differently now.
When there's 17 things on the screen during an interview.
Yeah. Advertisements or just like colors and
the
everything.
name of the show, the name of the guest, an advertisement, the episode number here, no, keep it simple, stupid.
You know the best
Kiss.
You know the best compliment that my partner can give me while we're filming is when he goes, "Ooh, you're starting to think like a creator." Because that means I gave a bit of advice that he appreciates, and I'm thinking like in the world of being a creator now. Because that's what I am. That's what I am.
Well, I can't wait to see what you guys do for 1 million. What do you have a date in mind for when you want to hit 1 million subscribers?
I mean, want to tomorrow? Like, probably. What do you think? Probably a year.
300-ish away.
300-ish away, yeah.
I think less than a year.
But probably maybe next summer.
Yeah, next Memorial Day.
Here's what we've noticed.
Just made that up.
Here's what we've noticed. And tell me if we notice after all these big pay-per-views, our channel hits a lull. And I think that's everybody in the wrestling space. I contacted Stevie and asked him one time because we had 2 years where we were riding high and then they just went down a little bit. And I asked Stevie, I was like, are you noticing a decline? And he said, yes. So I think we ride the train with wrestling. I think there's no better time of the year than right before WrestleMania for our videos. And, and then right around football season too, people's minds are elsewhere. Our, videos go down a little bit. So that's why we're trying different ideas.
Maybe it's by WrestleMania next year.
Brother, I hope your lips, God's ears. I hope to goodness gracious.
Well,
right.
hopefully some people watching right now hit a power bomb on that subscribe button for your channel.
We stole one of your ideas too, and that would be the Clips channel. We even highlighted it and put the logo exactly like your CVV Clips channel. Yeah,
that channel it blew me away the growth that channel got.
We have, and I'm so excited because our editor, Zach's brother, he's full time with another job, and he's just quit his job, and he's going to be full time with us.
Wow.
Shortly. So I'm so excited. I'm hoping that we can get the Clips channel up and running and get that out and have, just like you, 2 successful channels, because your Clips channel is massive.
It's insane. It just passed 2 billion views.
That's insane. That's
crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
That is insane. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
But what you just said is the best part about what we do is bringing other people into this, other creative people who want to be able to do this.
Yeah.
By you and I having a YouTube channel, we're able to allow them to be able to do what they want to do for a living too.
Yeah.
That is the coolest part about being a creator.
Here's what I love. It's that for my wrestling career, the only thing I was going to be known for was the Undertaker spot in Rumble. I'm a realist. I know that. I didn't have this stellar, 15-year, 3-time champion career. I just didn't have that. I know now that I'm going to leave my mark in the YouTube space, and I'm fine with that. I'm so content with that. When I talk to other wrestlers and they ask me questions about how to do what we're doing, man, that humbles me. And it actually, I look at it as almost a service I need to provide. And I love helping others. I love, again, just like you, I'm gracious with what we have. I'm grateful for what we have. And I want others to experience the same thing.
So on that note, I will ask you the question that I ask everybody. I've asked it to you many times. Again, thank you for making this happen.
Brother, absolutely.
Always such a pleasure to be able to catch up with you.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was 12 minutes late in Maven time. Trust me. If I asked my girl that, I'll be 12 minutes late from here on out for the rest of our lives, will you sign up for that? She'd sign on that dotted line tomorrow.
So 12 minutes late's early for you.
Golden. That's gold.
Well, thank you for making this happen. Always good to be able to catch up with you on camera, off camera. I love it. What are 3 things you're grateful for, Maven?
You know what? We talked about it earlier. Loyalty. I'm grateful for just the people in my life who have stood by me at my lowest and always been loyal to help me, reach where I'm at now because they saw something in me even when I didn't. Obviously, I say it every time, but it's still, if you don't have this in life, it's hard to get up in the morning. Hope. Hope to me is everything. Like you talk about, a million. I hope to get there, and it drives me. It keeps me going, and just opportunity. And I look at what we're doing. I look at where we're hoping to go. We sent an interesting email out yesterday, which might be a new opportunity, and I embrace new opportunities, and I'm just looking forward to what the future holds. So
I love it, brother.
yeah, thank you.
I love you, man.
Love you, brother. Thank you. Look forward to number 5. Want to do it in 2 weeks?
See you then.